mysterious photo ends up on a phone. This next real story was sent to me by Michael, and it was his parents, in particular his dad, who experienced it. And if this happened to me, then I would be freaked out. Michael's dad was on a vacation in Dublin, Ireland, staying in a hotel, and one day he left his phone in the hotel room for the entire day. When he got back to his room, he noticed his phone had moved and was in the corner of the room. He figured that the maid or room service must have put it there, and thought nothing of it. Later that night, when he was flipping through his photos, he noticed a weird photo taken on his phone. It was the only photo taken during the day he had left his phone in the hotel room, and was a picture of two people he had never seen before in his life. If you study the image, it appears to be dark and taken in a possible doorway. The woman appears to be distressed, according to Michael, and the man looks ominous. To this day, Michael's parents have no idea who was in the photo, who took it, why they took it, or whether there was anything sinister going on. Take a good look at it, and let me know what you think, or whether you recognise either of the people in the shot. 630-296-7536. If you're brave enough to call it, although I advise you not to, this is what may happen. The call will be answered by an organisation called Booth World Industries, a company who specialises in remodelling. All this sounds legitimate until you realise the remodelling is not about construction, design, or anything else you would typically associate with the term, but rather the remodelling of a person's life and death. The initial contact will lead you to two possible scenarios. A recorded message that goes something like this. You have reached Booth World Industries. Your number has been logged and traced. A service representative will be with you shortly. We at Booth World Industries say thanks. You have a marvellous day. An answer message tone is then heard, inviting the caller to leave a message. If you are wise, you won't leave a message and will hang up, and that will be the end of it. Or so you would think. Until a few hours later, you may get a call back from an anonymous number. If you don't answer, then this slightly unnerving automated message will be left on your answer phone. You attempted to contact Booth World Industries. We have your information on file and would like to speak to you about scheduling your remodelling session. We strongly recommend you return our call at your earliest convenience, and thank you for your interest in our remodelling service and hope you have a marvellous day. Or if you do answer, you may be greeted by the live voice of a slightly robotic but polite female representative, who will ask you for your full name. At this point, most callers will give a false name. However, it's said that this is a mistake, as the representative will know and calmly call you out for providing false information. If you hang up, they will call you back. They are intent on scheduling a remodelling appointment. In one particularly chilling case, a caller supposedly gave the name of an ex-girlfriend as a joke, and strangely the representative accepted this and carried on scheduling an appointment. Thinking it was just a bizarre marketing stunt, the man soon forgot about the call and the appointment. Then on the scheduled day, his phone rang, and after he answered it, he recognised the voice of the Booth World representative. He also heard in the background the voice of his ex-girlfriend. She was screaming. Then he heard a choking sound, and then silence. The next voice on the line was a man who explained that the scheduled remodelling on his ex-girlfriend had been carried out as per his request. It was at this point that he realised he had unwittingly called out a hit on his ex. This is just one of the many experiences people have had after calling the number. McStay family memorial photo appears on someone's phone. Imagine you are uploading some photos from your phone when you come across a photo that you are sure you didn't take. When you look closely, you realise it's someone's grave, but whose you have no idea. You post it to Reddit to try and get some answers, and discover that it is in fact the memorial of a murder victim. Well, that is exactly what happened in our next real story. Reddit user Southern Girl 9221 posted this on the No Sleep forum a few years ago. A creepy picture showed up on my phone that I did not take, though it says I did. WTF is this? She explained that her phone is attached to her at all times, and it was not possible that anyone else could have used it to take the photo. She also questioned what the white misty fog was on the far right of the shot. She provided a screenshot of the details of her phone for added credibility and to aid the research. As usual, the detectives of Reddit went into overdrive and unearthed some pretty disturbing things. Most agreed it was a memorial cross, similar to those you see on the side of the road when someone has lost their life in a traffic accident. Although some noted that in the foreground it looked like the rear of a vehicle, possibly a pickup truck, that had pulled up alongside a roadside memorial. It was then realised the cross was very similar to the McStay family memorial site, a tragic case of a family found murdered in the desert near Victorville, California on November 13, 2013, after they disappeared from their home in Fallbrook on February 4, 2010. The case generated a ton of publicity and featured on many TV channels. On November 7, 2014, police announced that they had arrested Charles Merritt, Joseph McStay's business partner, and intended to charge him with the murders. The trial is currently in progress. If you compare the McStay Memorial site with the photo found on the phone, it's definitely the same place. The question is, how did it get there? The memorial site is in California, and SG lives in Arkansas, and hasn't visited California for many months. Some speculated the photo had been taken accidentally, probably capturing a feature in a magazine or newspaper about the McStay case, and the white fog was the shine of the paper. But SG disregarded this after she searched through the magazines she had in her house, and could find no mention of the family. Others thought they could see a human face and a small figure throwing something, possibly a ball, and one of the more bizarre explanations was that it was a photo taken in the future, possibly showing the poster's memorial cross. To date, there is still no explanation as to how the photo ended up on her phone without her knowledge, and after researching, it seems random photos ending up on people's phones is an all too common occurrence.